Hello and welcome. My name is Matt Scher with PMA Practice Transitions. I assist dental professionals in buying and selling practices in Ohio and Western PA. And my colleague,
I'm Joe Gordon. I do the same thing, but I do it for Indiana and Northern Kentucky.
and our topic today is assembling your dental team. What do you think is the most important, top of the list, when you're thinking about buying a practice or starting a practice and assembling your team? What do you think is on the top of that list?
Well, top of your list, and I'm biased, is going to be your accountant.
And I'm biased only because that's who it should be.
That is who it should be. And that's probably one of the first places you want to be acquainted with. Find out who in your area is what I would call a dental specific accountant. They've got a great concentration of clients in the industry. They understand the industry because the value of any CPA is not doing tax returns. Monkeys can do tax returns. It's not that difficult. What the value is having that tax return reflect what you want it to reflect and help make your goals. They also need to understand the industry to look and see how your practice is performing versus industry standards and give you advice on that on a regular basis. So ongoing, that should be something they offer. That's really the value that they bring to it. And then they should be able to help you with the transition and walk you through all the steps, all the important parts from the asset allocation to setting up however you're going to keep your books. Most people use QuickBooks nowadays. Who's going to do it, what your internal controls are going to look like.
Setting up your corporation, right?
Yeah. Everything. Talk to you about the tax structure, how you're going to hold the entity. If you're buying real estate, if we need a separate, business for that.
Right.
So that's your first point of contact right there.
And your second person on the list should be, some near and dear to my heart, would be a banker. Why is a banker important?
Because they have the money.
That's right. One thing you can do is get in touch with we call them dental lenders. A lot of the dental lenders throughout the country have banks have segments that just specifically handle dental practice professionals, or dental professionals, excuse me. So you got to watch local banks. You have to remember that most banks are asset lenders, and if you didn't know, dental practices assets aren't worth a whole lot.
No, they aren't worth anything.
Right. So banks will struggle lending on what we call air.
Yes.
It's goodwill. Goodwill is the most important thing that they're lending against, and goodwill is air essentially to a bank. A good dental lender can get you pre-qualified, and be careful from what I'm saying, pre-qualified, not pre-approved. There is no such thing as pre-approval when you're buying a dental practice. It's not like buying a home. Every dental practice is unique, and cash flow is king, and every bank's going to look at every single practice as an individual and make sure it works for you. So be careful with those words, pre-approved and pre-qualified. They get you pre-qualified. If somebody tells you they can get you pre-approved, you better run fast. The third person, I think, or team member, if you will, on the list is probably your insurance agent.
You're going to need to contact the insurance agent. You're going to have, obviously, your physical facility. You're going to have all of that covered. Workman's comp insurance. You're going to need someone on the insurance side that you can work with. You may be required to carry life insurance on yourself.
Right. And disability.
Life insurance may be assigned to the lender.
That's correct.
We need to get somebody who can, get you favorable rates, really understands, there are some people who make a lot of money selling what I would call inappropriate life insurance policies. But let's get somebody out there that people trust, and again, that comes from your team.
Yeah.
The last person that we think is very important is your attorney.
Yeah. And I would even sprinkle in before the attorney is maybe if depending on the practice you're going to buy, Many of them are PPOs, but maybe have a credentialing company that'll help you get credentialed with the insurance companies that the selling practice uses, and then then the attorney. There's probably some others that you can sprinkle in there, like financial advisors and things like that, but that's who we feel are probably the most important players in a transaction. And certainly, if you need assistance with contact names and numbers of dental specific CPAs and attorneys and such, don't hesitate to call Joe or I. We can certainly help you and direct you and guide you in
We would love it.
the right direction. So